What's going on, everybody? We are back for yet another spoiler recap video. There are so many. We just keep recording these. I feel like we never stop recording spoiler recap, but we're doing it again. So, again, we are gymless today, but we power through, guys.
We power through.
Our lore guy is not here, but we'll get the lore next time.
It's very unfortunate.
Yeah.
So we may not know most of these cards thematically.
Yeah.
But
all right. Here we go. Shadowcaster. It's a 6-cost red space unit. It's a 4/7 underworld vehicle transport. When a friendly unit is defeated, you may use all of its when defeated abilities again. It's a legendary.
Legendary. That's pretty sick.
Yeah.
Reminds me, this whole when defeated thing reminds me so much of Hearthstone when they did.
Yeah, with the death rattle like synergy.
The death rattle stuff. It's pretty cool. I think it's a good card. I think it's a good ability, but is it a good card?
That's
6
question. I feel like this is like similar to Hearthstone, like you're talking about. Like people love this kind of thing. Like it's so fun. Like if there was a card too where it was like, you know, your when blades happen twice or something like that, that'd be fun. So I definitely think it's a fun card. I like the stats actually. Like 4/7 is pretty hard to deal with. Like doesn't get hit by Fell the Dragon, doesn't get hit by Takedown, and Underworld's a good trait. So yeah, it just kind of depends on like what you actually pair this with. Like things that immediately kind of come to mind are like Ruthless Raider being able to trigger twice is pretty good. I mean,
but this
like
is an awkward 6 cost.
Yeah, they're both 6 costs. Yeah, so it is a little weird.
And it's like, if you want to be doing this kind of synergy strategy, you want to be doing it earlier in the game, not waiting until
not at the end.
Have this out.
Yeah, I kind of agree with you there.
Well, you know who can sneak it out early?
Who's that?
Young Han.
True.
5.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
but then you can't follow it up with the Ruthless Raider.
Also true.
You could on the 7 resource turn. Yeah, true. I don't know. There really aren't a lot of when defeated. Well, I don't know. I mean, K2SO.
K2.
Yeah, K2. Yeah. Like, yeah, I'm trying to think of if there's a good when defeated that you would want to play before, like, you play this. And then you use your, you know, like you then play this, then kill your guy in whatever way.
It would be, I feel like K2SO is probably the best, but you do have that Starwing Scout that we talked about where if you have the initiative, you draw 2 cards. So,
yeah, draw 4 cards.
Hitting something for 4 and drawing 4 cards is probably pretty good.
Interesting.
Also, in a Han deck, you could basically just pay 3 to draw 4 if you have this out, right?
Yeah.
Because it kills itself when you use its ability. Or how much does the Starwing Scout cost? 3?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you could pay 2 for the Starwing Scout, and then it immediately dies, and you get to draw 4.
That's actually funny.
Yeah.
I like that. We haven't talked about this with Thrawn, have we? Like
no, which is the obvious.
The ability happens 3 times.
Yeah,
which is kind of sick.
Yeah,
so
people are gonna do it.
Maybe there's some cool stuff there.
Yeah,
like I mean, if you have this out and then you have the CR90 relief runner or whatever it is, you're healing 9 off of that when defeated. That's
I guess theoretically, if you're playing Krennic, you could play the
you can play the
Ruthless Raider on 5, then play this on 6.
That's true. Yeah. Or the CR90 you can play on 5 too. Yeah. This is a cool card.
Some fun stuff.
Yeah. I don't know where it fits, but it's definitely fun. Definitely cool.
And whose ship is that, Jim? Oh, wait. We don't have our lore guy.
All right, we've got the War Juggernaut, a 6-cost red ground unit, 3/7 Republic vehicle tank. Republic. We haven't seen a lot of Republic in this set. This unit gets +1/+0 for each damaged unit. Period. When played, deal 1 damage to each of any number of units.
Cracked.
Terrible card. There's no deck that wants this.
Card is insane.
Yeah, that's
too easy to explain why.
I feel like this card is going to make people want Django to be banned.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel that. Like you
father, like son.
Play this.
Yeah.
On the following turn and just
that's
tap everything down.
That's
or you just triple dark raid this in on the flip turn and then you do it again the next turn. Like that's gross.
Yeah, and when you triple dark raid, you're probably this is at least going to be like a 7/7 probably. Well, or I guess no. I mean, you'd have
it depends on how many units are out, but Like, yeah, you triple dark raid this in, exhaust all your opponent's stuff. You attack them for however much it is, and it bounces to your hand at the end of the turn, and then you play it again on turn, the next turn because they couldn't kill your Django because they didn't have any units. Like, yeah.
And this can damage like anything. So like it can damage itself and it can damage your own units. So this could not only can it tap everything down, but it could also easily be like a 7/7, 8/7.
Yeah.
If you play this and deal it self damage, does Django exhaust it, or you can choose to have Django exhaust it?
Yeah, I think you get to choose.
You may exhaust that unit. Yeah, okay, that's pretty wild.
Shoot, what an uncommon.
Yeah, this is gonna be annoying.
All right, we got the TLTs, baby. For all the X-Wing fans out there, Twin Laser Turret was an
TLT.
absolute nightmare.
Menace.
Isn't this going to give people PTSD?
Yeah, for the 4 Y-Wing TLT list. Woo, that was nasty. All right, 2 costs, red upgrade, +2/+2, modification, attached to a vehicle unit. Attached unit gains on attack, deal 1 damage to each of up to 2 units in this arena. So not quite as nasty as it was in X-Wing.
As in X-Wing. It seems all right.
Right. Like, I don't know how good it is, but obviously being able to do this with Django, again, it's just like more exhaust, whether you're flipped or not. I mean, 2 for 2/2, that's on par with pretty much everything we've seen so far. It just depends on how valuable that ping is to you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Seems all right.
Now, one of the weird things is like, okay, now you could have a ship with a pilot and a modification weapon.
Right.
Like you could upgrade the ship so you're Voltron mode on whatever it is that you want to go crazy on.
Mm-hmm.
Like this on Larking Tie.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, buff that up.
Why not? All right, System Shock, 1 cost, red tactic, defeat a non-leader upgrade attached to a unit. If you do, deal 1 damage to that unit. Common. So
pick this and draft.
Theoretically, just like no, like I don't think you play this over Confiscate.
Probably not. No, because you can kill leaders with Confiscate.
And after rotation,
in draft you play this. Yeah,
right. Because
after rotation, this will replace Confiscate. Maybe.
Yeah.
Because when the disabling Fang Fighters and Confiscates go away, this is probably next best option. But
this also isn't flexible as Confiscate of removing bounties off your own dudes, because then you have to damage them, which could be bad unless you're playing a great unit. Then
it's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say constructed bad, draft good.
Yeah. Sure.
Simply.
Another, I'm having so many X-Wing flashbacks from the triple U-boat.
I played Jumpmaster.
Yeah, the triple U-boat nonsense. All right, 3 contracted Jumpmaster, 3 cost, yellow villain space unit, underworld vehicle transport. It's a 2/4 with Sentinel. Comment.
It's the Cloud City contracted Jumpmaster Wingguard.
Yeah.
It's like exact same stats, but it's in space.
It's in space, and normally space units should be less value.
What does Rio Durant do again with transports? Doesn't he?
Gives them +1 and a Saboteur.
Yeah, so he could buff it a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And also, this is Underworld, so if you're playing Cad Bane, the explosions in the artwork are pretty sick.
I'm getting to like
kind of looks like fireworks.
Nice hyperspace.
Yeah, it looks like fireworks.
I kind of think this card is interesting because there aren't very many other like Sentinel options. Yeah, for space you have the villain only one that's a 2/3, I think. So this is obviously better than that, and it has better traits. No, that one's also Underworld, right? So maybe I'm wrong.
I don't remember.
Black Sun, whatever. I think that one's also Underworld.
Yeah, it is Underworld.
I don't know. 1 extra health means a lot. Like there's a lot of 3 attack ships out there. Who knows if this will be enough, but I don't know. Yeah. It's interesting. It's more interesting than Cloud City Wingguard. I'll tell you that much.
Definitely.
But will even that see play? I have no idea.
All right. The return of Dryden Voss. In debt to Crimson Dawns, a 2 cost yellow villain upgrade. It's a +0/+0, but when attached unit readies, exhaust it unless its controller pays 2 resources.
This is kind of interesting.
That's a cool design.
Yeah, I kind of think this is decent.
Yeah, that's
if there's ever like a resource denial deck, this like goes in it.
Yeah, I mean, like putting this on any early unit,
Yep.
like you shut the unit off for a while.
Oh yeah,
definitely.
You can also put this on leaders.
Yep.
Yeah.
The downside is that it doesn't exhaust the unit when it is played on the unit.
But you could play it like
you can play it
turn
on
1, they play
exhausted
Battlefield
unit.
Marine, you drop this. It's like what aggro deck wants to pay 2 to ready
True.
there.
They're probably never attacking with that
Yep.
Battlefield Marine.
Yeah.
It's very interesting.
Definitely an interesting card.
Is it better? So Frozen and Carbonite costs 3 and it permanently exhausts it. Is this better? Just because it costs 2?
I don't know.
Yeah,
it is nice that it costs 1
Carbonite
less.
late game is probably better. This is probably better early game.
Yeah, but even Frozen and Carbonite isn't being played right now.
Yeah,
is my point.
Yeah. Okay.
I think it's okay. Yeah, I don't know.
I think the 2 cost is relevant. Like it being not 3 and being 2 is relevant.
50% less.
Yeah.
All right, commence patrol. It's a yellow hero tactic. I'm saying all these tactics because Stila Guerrera is going to come in swinging this set.
All right, everybody check that off your bingo card.
Put another card in a discard pile on the bottom of its owner's deck. If you do, create an X-Wing token.
What a weird card.
Very weird.
I mean, it's a 1 cost X-Wing token. That seems value.
1 cost 2/2.
Right? Yep.
And then
kind of good.
It also is like anti revive decks.
Yeah, reanimator stuff.
Yeah, your opponent's Palpatine returns.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't know if that's good. Like, do we need that? Probably not.
Yeah, I don't know.
It is nice to have that as an option in case reanimator type decks
ever become a big thing.
Mm-hmm.
For sure.
I mean, because it's like Palpatine's return, home 1.
The one we talked about in our last video.
Yep.
Play a vehicle from your discard for a 0 cost.
Salvage.
Yeah.
Salvage,
Yeah.
But not much else than that right now.
Moff Gideon's light cruiser.
Oh, hey, when I played against the Gideon deck at Store Showdown, he played that, and I said, okay, I'm going to have to read it because I don't remember anything about what this does. And
sure.
Nice.
But did he play Endless Legions?
Yeah, exactly.
I don't think so.
He's no Mike Rudin. No. All right. Jam Communications, another yellow hero
here we go.
It's a trick.
Screw this card.
Look at an opponent's hand, discard an event from it.
This card is cracked.
This card's stupid. Like, yellow heroes can be so obnoxious to play against.
Yeah.
It's already obnoxious to play against. And
Spark of Rebellion, Jam Communications, Bodhi
Force
Rook.
Throw.
Well, yeah, I guess that's not yellow hero.
If you play red, but yeah.
Kira.
Yeah, Kira.
K2SO.
No, thank you. I'm not looking forward to playing against those hand hate decks.
It's pretty gross. And
I'm going to only
Ahsoka.
put units in my deck so that I don't have to discard to discard.
Hey, that saves you against Bodhi Rook too.
Hey, perfect.
See, that's not a terrible idea, Mike. Just live your dream.
Yeah,
I feel like control decks were already struggling really bad, and it's like
now they're getting worse.
Now this like gives aggro so much like percentage towards being able to be control
just the
decks.
fact that it costs 1 is like so
that's
gross.
that's what's broken about it.
You play something like Kaz where you want to flip out onto a vehicle. You can scout your opponent's hand for just 1 resource with this card, and then make sure that your plays can't be interacted with, and this is gonna be super annoying. Aggro's just getting better.
Yep. Hero aggro.
Yeah.
Hero yellow
Specifically.
aggro.
Yes.
and what really hurts about this deck or this card too is like it makes combo decks even worse because like if you're playing a Galactic Ambition deck and they just rip your Galactic Ambition, you're toast.
As they do.
Yeah. All those Galactic Ambition players are going to be very sad.
As they are. Yeah.
All one of us.
Yep. All J of them.
Oh gosh. All right. I have no idea how to say this guy's name.
Sidon Ithano.
There it is. Sidon. Crimson Core Corsair, 2 cost, yellow. 2/2. When played as a unit, you may attach this unit as an upgrade to an enemy vehicle unit without a pilot on it. And when he goes on a freaking enemy vehicle unit, it gives it -2/-2.
Cool card.
It's like perilous position without the exhaust.
But only for ships and only if they don't already have a pilot.
Yeah. Oh, and he could just be a unit if you want to be a unit.
A 2 cost 2/2.
Yeah, a bad unit.
He's
it is
Underworld,
an interesting card.
Underworld, McClunky.
Yeah, he is Underworld.
Yeah. So yeah, McClunky not if he's a pilot, not if he's an upgrade.
Oh,
but
could you Cad Bane like play as a unit? It pings them, and then you play the -2/-2, and then it kills it, right?
Yeah. So like if your opponent opens with A-Wing and you're playing Cad Bane, you can just kill their A-Wing with
That's pretty sweet.
Which is cool.
Also takes out Lurking Ties to
Yeah.
7th Fleet Defenders, which is nice to have a 2 cost to deal with those things.
Yeah.
One thing I'm super disappointed about is that it's not considered playing an upgrade, because then this would basically be a perilous position in a Mando deck.
Oh yeah, it just attaches to the unit.
Very unfortunate.
Yeah, that is unfortunate.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, you could pair that with like Dengar and stuff too. I think.
Yeah.
Sweet.
But you can't with this
wording.
It
should just be play this on piloting cost.
Piloting
that
cost
you can
for
play
2.
on someone else. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or just make it an upgrade. I don't know. Whatever.
Sidon.
It seems fine. It's like a card in yellow that can allow you to deal with the other yellow ships that are annoying to deal with.
Yeah. All right, we got the Skyway Cloud Car, 3 cost yellow, 3/3 fringe vehicle fighter. When defeated, you may return a non-leader unit with 2 or less power to its owner's hand. Comment.
Okay, how is this a fighter and not a transport?
Well, they shoot at the Falcon. Remember when they come into Cloud City and they go whoa whoa whoa.
Yeah, but there's a million transports in this game that have guns.
Yeah, but is this really a transport? I don't think they're transport.
It's a cloud car. It's a car.
but it's like a little police thing that patrols Cloud City. Or is that different with that?
Okay.
No?
I don't know. It's called a cloud car.
All right. Anyways,
it's a clown car.
This is a weird card. It's like if a lot of people are playing Nema Outpost Constables, then yeah, this could be kind of good. But like most units are not 2 power or less.
If Satine gets crazy, then you could dump her back in Jim's hand.
Yeah. Or like like more perilous position cards. I don't know.
I don't think this is good.
It's bad.
Yeah.
All right, moving on. Razor Crest, 4 cost yellow space unit, 3/5 Mandalorian. We haven't seen a lot of Mandalorian stuff, but I like seeing more Mandalorian stuff. Vehicle transport. When a pilot attaches to this unit, you may return a non-leader unit that costs 2 or less, or an exhausted non-leader unit that costs 4 or less to its owner's hand.
Interesting.
I mean, it's pretty cool in a Mando deck because when you play a pilot on this, it's considered playing an upgrade, isn't it?
I think so.
Yeah.
You play it as an upgrade. You can exhaust something and then immediately bounce it if it's 4 or less. That's kind of cool.
Or
in a Mando deck,
exhaust one thing and bounce something else if it is already exhausted or it's 2 or less.
Exactly.
Yeah. Some nice flexibility.
Okay.
But outside
the stats are pretty underwhelming.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You can only do it once unless you do some weird like eject shenanigans.
Or if they like confiscate your thing or something.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're playing R2.
Yeah, if you're doing Poe.
True.
Right?
R2. True. Yeah, that's a good point. Oh yeah, well, yeah, I guess Poe. You can like bounce it back and forth between 2 ships.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool.
So in Mando, it's a 0 cost pilot upgrade that you can use to tap and bounce and then play something else on it.
That is cool.
That's kind of decent.
That is cool.
And you could do some Survivor's Gauntlet tricks, bouncing pilots around.
Oh, sure.
Getting the trigger.
Yeah.
All right.
Yes, I don't know.
We got the corporate jet, guys. The 6 cost yellow space unit, corporate light cruiser, 4/6 fringe vehicle, capital ship. Hello, ambush with raid 1.
Doesn't seem bad.
Yeah, I mean,
right.
ambush in space is rare enough that it catches my eye, and the fact that it ambushes and hits for 5.
Right, and
Or
this
6
isn't
if you're playing
something.
Boba
That's what I
Fett.
was about to say. In Boba Fett, this hits for 6, and that could be relevant against Ruthless Raiders
And fire sprays.
and fire sprays.
I mean, it lives.
And you against Ruthless Raider, you would probably die if they did the when defeated deal 2/2 unit, but against fire spray, you live.
Yeah.
So it's another Piet capital ship.
Yep.
Yeah, but we're only playing this in Boba Fett, Coach. Come on.
Yeah.
Stay up to speed.
Boba Fett, yeah. All right.
Playing this on 5 resources could be pretty nice.
Yep.
Yeah. Definitely.
Sweet.
Punch it, Chewy. 1 cost. Tactic. Attack. It's yellow. Attack with a vehicle unit. It gets +2/+0 for this attack. Hey, another pump for the Kaz deck.
Yeah. Just a million of them.
It is non-heroic though, so
yeah, makes your 4 cost.
All right. So
if you're even running,
so we got the what's the new red villain aggro pilot guy?
Vonreg.
Vonreg.
Yeah, Vonreg.
Von Trap.
Van Wilder.
My wife's a big Sound of Music fan, so she would be proud of that. I mean, at least it gives another villain opportunity, I guess, to catch up with all the Kaz decks.
Yeah, I suppose.
Oh, here he is. Major Von Trapp, the Red Baron, red villain. All right, action, exhaust. Play a vehicle unit from your hand, paying its cost. If you do, give another unit +1/+0 for this phase. Flips, he's a first order pilot, flips on 4 into a 2/5, or as a pilot, you get +3/+3. An attached unit is a leader unit. It gains on attack. You may give another unit in this arena +1/+0 for this phase.
That's really interesting because it's slow, like giving something +1
and then having to wait.
Yeah, kind of stinks. If we get more of the which this is villain, so it doesn't work, but like the Adelphi patrol wing or something like that, where you can immediately attack with it when you give it +1, it'd be a little more interesting. But I don't think we have anything like that for villains right now.
There's Outflank is the 1 card which lets you attack with 2 units.
Yeah, so but this requires you to play a vehicle and then.
Oh, you're saying wait with the action. Yeah.
So like
I was
you
thinking
play
about
something.
this other side, but
right.
yeah, it's true.
But I mean, 4 flip 2/5. We know that's a good stat line for a 4 flip aggro deck with Sabine.
Yep.
So Kylo
+3/+3.
Yeah, Kylo's been in this space, but this is a little gives you a different angle to take because Kylo is a little bit one-dimensional. But
yeah. 5 health is a lot better than 4 health, and also giving the ability to pilot a ship.
Yeah, that +3/+3
push a bunch of damage that way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pretty cool.
Yeah.
Maybe villain aggro is here.
So is it good? Yeah.
In a bigger way.
This guy's from the Resistance show, right?
He sure is.
So it's going to be all Resistance at the top tables of.
I don't think I like this more than the Phasma aggro deck.
Yeah, maybe not.
Okay, yeah, I do like Phasma. Yeah. I got to give it up for this art though. The art, it does look pretty sweet.
The art looks awesome.
It's very sick. Yeah. Way better looking than the show.
Yeah. Scramble Fighters, 7 costs, green villain, legendary. Create 8 TIE Fighter tokens and ready them. They can't attack bases for this phase.
This is a trash legendary.
Michael,
legendary.
What are you supposed to do with this?
Well, you create 8 TIE Fighters.
And you have the guy that's out there. Yep.
You got Victor Leader, and you got Tarkin, and you got whatever.
You've got how do we give them?
But you're not hitting base, so you're not OTKing with it.
Yeah.
But,
okay. So
all right, if Victor Leader's out there, that's 16 damage worth of stuff to just wipe their space side.
Okay, but you're paying 7 to just I guess clear their space lane over the course of 1,000 actions.
Death by paper
and then yeah, I guess.
All right, hear me out. You're playing yellow, so you have Bib Fortuna. You play this on 6.
Okay.
It's already better, right?
Yep.
Then you follow it up with the Gore, and then you follow it up with some other exploit card.
Invasion of Christophsis.
Hey, there it is.
Exploit
you
4.
still need resources for both of those cards, though.
You just
So
wipe
you gotta
their
wait until
board.
the next turn.
Exploit 4 from 15, right? So you could kill 4
You
TIE
still gotta pay
fighters
7
and one
resources
side
for it.
board wipe.
That seems horrible.
No, I think Invasion of Christophsis really opens this up. Buy them up quick, guys.
Not financial advice.
Oh, here's that fella's TIE Interceptor. Vonreg's TIE Interceptor, 3-cost red villain, ace of the First Order. It's a 3/4 First Order vehicle fighter. While this unit has 4 or more power, it gains Overwhelm. While this unit has 6 or more power, it gains Raid 1.
Guess what? When you flip the Vonreg leader onto this, what does he got?
He gets both.
He gets 6 power.
Yep.
Look at that.
You hit for 7. I think this is pretty good.
Yeah, no, it's sweet.
Yeah,
like if you play this and then on flip turn, which is the following turn, you do your swing for freaking 7 with Overwhelm and have 7 health.
Yeah, and you give something else +1 attack with Vonreg.
Yeah, that's a lot.
It can add up.
That's a lot of damage.
Yeah, with the Overwhelm, just in case you have to get through a Sentinel. It's pretty nice.
It's 3-cost 3/4, and that's where you want to be at in space. And also can play this in Phasma.
Yep.
Dope. Seems good.
Good stuff.
Seems good. Annihilator.
Here we go.
We got Sagitagi's flagship, blue villain. It's 11 cost, 12/12 Imperial vehicle capital ship. When played and when defeated, you may defeat an enemy unit. If you do, search its controller's deck with your oily fingers and hand for each card with that unit's name and discard them. Then they shuffle their deck. Okay, you get to look through, but they shuffle it. Okay.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, so let's hear the rant on this one, Mike. What you got for us?
I mean, I don't think it's a good idea to have cards that let you search your opponent's deck for stuff and their hand for stuff, just because I feel like just generally people hate that. Just it seems like a bad thing to invite into the game, but it's an ability and an effect that's existed in other games before. I'm sure SWU will be fine, and also who knows if people will even play this card. I find it a little weird that you don't search. Well, yeah, okay. Like other, I'm equating this to other games where you just like remove those cards from the game and they can never play them again. So I was thinking like, oh, you should be able to remove them from the discard pile as well. But that concept doesn't exist in SWU, at least yet. I don't know. It seems neat. It seems cool if you can get to 11 resources.
Unless you've got Krennic unit and Piet.
Obligatory Piet. Yeah, obligatory Piet comment.
And the 2 can get it down to 9, potentially 8.
That's still very expensive.
Yeah, and it's a lot of setup. But what I was gonna say is like, one in Swiss, there's not that's I'm 100% doing that. For one, there's no deck list in Swiss, so being able to look through your opponent's deck, know exactly what's in there, and writing it all down, like
that's gonna be annoying.
I would be so annoyed.
Being allowed to write it all down is kind of cracked. But yeah, like why do we, and then you can do it twice. If you play this and then they vanquish it, it's like you just do it again.
Yeah. I mean, like, it kills 2 things. I think like that's probably the best part about it. It's like you play this, it kills something, they kill it, you kill something. It's not non-leader, so you can kill leader with this.
And you still search through. So if they have, if you kill Sabine, for example, and they have Sabine units in their deck, you get rid of all their Sabine deck cards.
It's the same name. Wow.
So like if they're playing 3 Millennium Falcons, you get rid of all of their Millennium Falcons.
9. This is the mill card.
That's why I said.
Finally, an answer to all the hunter decks that have been dominating the tables.
It's not even that though. Like legitimately, a pilot yellow deck can run to both of the Falcons, not the set 2 one that's no one plays, but like the new one. Legendary one, and then the one that you can have multiple pilots. Like those are good Falcons, so you can legitimately like kill one and then remove all of those. And if they have one in hand, and it's like a discard, is kind of really good.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's interesting.
I like not a bad card. I think the effect is good. It is very expensive, but if you can get there, like obviously very powerful.
You already winning probably if you get there?
Probably. I don't know.
I'd rather play Decimator still.
I feel like this is a very strong anti-control card. Like this is like a control on control sort of like you're getting to the late game anyway. Yeah. Now you get to just like nuke all their threats. Like imagine they play Annihilator
Avenger
first, and you don't have like
Avenger. Like, is probably
it's gonna be one of those like chicken, games of chicken. Whoever plays their Annihilator first loses because
that's actually really interesting.
Rips all their Annihilators, right?
Because then they can't follow it up with like if they play an Avenger and you play this, it's like they can't follow it up with another Avenger because you got rid of all of them.
Yeah,
it's like they can't draw into their outs. That's weird.
Yeah, relentless, something like that. Like if control exists,
wait,
this seems like a very strong card.
But there are some times in control matchups where you don't have any units out. So if you can fell the dragon on this, when you as a control player, they don't get to defeat a unit. There's no units to defeat sometimes.
Sure, yeah, but when you played it, you got to defeat a unit. You're not going to play it unless you get to defeat a unit.
Golly, what a weird one.
Yeah,
it is a very weird card. I'm definitely because
I like that card honestly. Like it's I don't like the search part, but I think it's cool.
Yeah.
And Galactic Ambition, you can play it out of aspect. So 11 damage to your base. You
could sneak attack an Annihilator.
Low cost of 11 resources.
You could sneak attack an Annihilator and do some weird stuff. So
it still costs you 9.
I'm cooking, bro. I'm cooking.
All right, Darth Vader.
It's got win defeated. You have Krennic out.
Okay, sure. Whatever. And Piet, so it costs however many. Costs 5.
Wow. Actually, that's kind of weird. I love it.
I don't think it's actually 5. How much is it?
That's
you're discounting it by 1, 2, 3, 4. You can discount it by 4. You can play it for 7. Actually, that's kind of disgusting.
Correct.
I've talked myself into this card.
And
in the exact scenario where you have Piet and Krennic somehow out of aspect with
and Piet's flipped, then it costs 1 less.
Right.
Again, so 6.
So all you need is 3 colors and 3 very specific cards in your hand or in play.
Sounds like a Twin Suns idea, guys. You defeat the unit and then you look through their 80 card deck for nothing because there's only 1 copy of it.
And you write all their cards down.
Actually, okay, in the future, that card's gonna be broken in Twin Suns because somebody's gonna build an all Luke Skywalker deck where every single card in the deck is Luke Skywalker, and you just nuke their entire deck.
There it is.
We are off the rails at this point. We gotta keep going.
We're cooking.
All right, we got another Vader. It's a legendary Vader. 6 cost red villain Vader, Scourge of Squadron, 7/7. Red villain or piloting for 3 gives a +3/+3 Force, Imperial, Sith, pilot tags. Attached unit gains on attack. You may deal 1 damage to a unit. If a unit is defeated this way, you may deal 1 damage to a unit or base.
Amazing. This is the Chase legendary.
Whoa, hot take.
That is a hot take.
This is the Chase legendary.
I do think it's really good.
Turn 1, you play, I don't know, Kaidosai, whatever 2 costs, whatever the best 2 cost space unit is. And then you play this, and now you're attacking, pinging stuff, potentially killing stuff, and tapping stuff with Jango. And you're hitting the base for 6 to 7, depending on what you have out
nasty.
There. In addition to that, you play this on turn 2. Turn 3, you eject, and now you have a 7/7 on the floor.
There you go.
on the 4 resource turn, you have a 7/7 on ground.
Eject is going to be a weird one, man. Yeah. All right, I'm not ready to say this is the best legendary, but I do think it's really cool. And
you can have more than 1 Chase legendary in a set.
Absolutely, yeah, you can.
All right,
this is definitely one of them.
Okay,
I think, I do think it's really strong. I also think like 6 cost 7/7 is like pretty good too, just in general, as like the fallback. It's like, you don't have a vehicle, you know your opponent has an answer. Oops, I just get to play a 6 cost 7/7 and
that has
to kill my
force.
With that. Yeah, that's 4 straight. Yeah.
And more reasons to play Vader's lightsaber, if we can get a deck with all Vaders,
Yeah, red, green Vader, and you're running both versions of
awesome.
Vader.
Yeah, that sounds super fun.
And then
that
sounds like my deck.
And I get rid of all of them.
That's sweet.
No, seriously though, like this card is so good, I think, and you're just like, the ping, getting to do an extra ping if you kill something too is really what
that's
makes it so good.
That's
it's like you're already pinging, right? And then it's like you ping something low enough that you can kill it, and then ping something else and exhaust it with Django. Like,
and you can keep chaining it, right?
You may
like
deal
if they have a bunch of 1-cost things.
No, you may deal 1 damage to a unit. If a unit is defeated this way, you may deal 1 damage to a unit.
So it's just twice.
And if they don't have another unit on board for you to ping and tap down, then you can just hit their base for 1, which is good card.
You okay. I like
good card.
All right, last one, guys. Last one.
Okay.
They hate that ship. It's a red hero event. An opponent creates 2 TIE Fighter tokens and readies them. Oh no. Then play a vehicle unit from your hand. It costs 3 less. Love it.
There's so many uses here.
This card's nuts.
Love it.
Anything that discounts your cards is really good.
Yeah,
real good.
It's like it's the triple light raid, sort of.
Yeah.
Except you don't bounce it back to your hand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't get to fish it.
But it has. Yeah, you don't get to search it out of your hand. I don't know. I was thinking about Wedge, obviously.
Second video in a row. I didn't say it. You said it. Wow.
I said it. Yep. And you can, I mean, there aren't that many hero vehicles with like spaceships with overwhelm, but there is, I mean, this is magical Christmas land for sure, but that's a place that I like to live. You play like Profundity, which is an 8/9 overwhelm. And so now it's an 8/9 overwhelm with ambush that you have a little TIE fighter that you can ambush it into when you play it.
Hey.
Which is pretty fun.
And what is Profundity? Like, what's the... It's just ambush overwhelm?
Yeah. Ambush overwhelm. No, it's not ambush, but Wedge would give it ambush. Just as overwhelm.
Magical Christmas.
But
got it.
Yep. When you play it, they discard cards and stuff like that.
Yep.
That's not the exciting part. The exciting part is you get to push 7 damage to the base.
That is pretty sweet.
For what? 1 for 7 resources? Way too many resources.
Yeah, I see it now.
But it's fun.
And you make them discard a card from their hand. And you're playing that.
You can play either Falcon for free.
At 7.
For one, right? Like
so here's Han 1.
Yep.
You go up a resource.
Yeah.
Pay 1. You put down Falcon. You put an R2 on Falcon. You put a 2-cost pilot on Falcon. Now you're hitting base for
like 5-6 damage turn 1.
6 damage at least. And
7 damage maybe. Yeah, that's gross.
But that's 3 cards out of your hand from Han.
I don't know if this card is like insane, but it's like it's good.
I mean, like even I'm just trying to think about other, even just hero vehicles that you want to get out, like because Ruthless Raider is played so much.
Wait, we just talked about the card that deals 1 damage to everything, so you can play your War Juggernaut or whatever the heck that's called for 3 less, and then just immediately kill the TIE fighters you made for them.
Oh, that's good.
So that's cool.
There you go.
You can do that. There's the Millennium Falcon from set 2 because you're playing it from hand. You get to do the ambush.
That's cool.
I like that. 4, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. That feels really good. And that
I feel like there's a lot of cool uses for this. Yeah. This is a sweet card. Also, it's any vehicle, not just a ship. Space. I mean, we talked about the war. Yeah, not a spaceship. We talked about the war Juggernaut a second ago, but I feel like people see art on a card like this and see vehicle and just assume space unit.
If you play this with Quinlan, you could potentially. No, Quinlan would have to be out. I was thinking like with Quinlan's ping, when you play a unit, Quinlan would have to be out because the TIE fighters would be less than, so you could immediately kill him just by playing the unit. But I think the War Juggernaut sounds like the easiest. Like, all right, what are you gonna do? What's Anakin's ship
combo?
Isn't that a
Resolute?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Resolute. Right?
Is that? I think I looked at it once when we did.
Let's look at that one.
Yeah.
It costs 1 less per 5 damage you have on your base.
Yeah,
and it's got a weird.
And when played, deal 2 damage to an enemy unit
unit
and each other enemy unit with the same name as that unit.
Yeah,
So
you would need wedge to make it pop off.
Well,
because it doesn't have ambush.
No, but it would kill the TIE fighters.
Not immediately.
Yeah. Deal 2.
Oh, it's when played.
When played
okay,
on
okay.
attack. You.
I only looked at the on attack.
Yeah, no. When played on attack, it kills. So,
yeah.
So you sneak it. You get it out for 8 or
how many
less based on whatever. I mean, if the Vader swarm,
I guess if you've taken like 10 damage or whatever.
Yeah, then it's for 6. If the Vader swarm deck comes out, like if there's a bunch of ties, like
yeah,
just
kill all.
The Resolute might have been a set too early. Watch me make it happen. I'm just telling you.
Yeah,
watch me make it happen.
I'll believe it when I see it.
All right. That's it. That's the end of our list. So we had our spoilers, the Death Star plans, and L3. If you didn't see our spoiler video for that, go watch it right now. We're not going to talk about them again, but it was pretty fun. So
that was a fun one to make.
Yeah. So we will probably have more spoilers to talk about at some point, but that's it. Thanks for watching, guys.
Sweet.
See you next time. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.